So, y'all have been asking me to do a review for The Witcher Blood Origin that just dropped. And I was like, you know what? It can't be as bad as Rings of Power, right? And I powered through that. So I can handle this, right? Bet. Okay. So, let me just go ahead and dive in to what's going on here. Episode 1. I am trying to gauge if I even have the willpower to watch the other ones because, quite frankly, this is like waterboarding torture levels. So when it first started, and it's just like, okay, here, upside down camera for some reason, battle, fight going on. Okay, the background music was pretty good. I'm thinking to myself, all right, this looks like better quality than the Rings of Power, right? At least, right? And then this guy opens his mouth. And this is when I realized that this show actually has something in common with Rings of Power, and that is absolutely atrocious writing. So the first thing he says is F-D F F F F-D F. Okay. So he's like, oh no, battle, I don't want to die. All of a sudden, yo, everybody is frozen in time. What could be this going on? Then this guy shows up and he's like, whoa, who are you? I am you, but with the flaws removed. Bonus points if you get what that reference is from. Okay, so then he touches this guy and flowers just go all over him and in his mouth and stuff. He's like, whoa, what just happened? He like wakes up from this and he's like transported into an alternate dimension of sorts almost. He's like, whoa, what just happened? This lady here, which God bless her heart, not to talk bad about her personally, but this was just some of the worst acting I had ever seen. Let me see if I can just give you a second of this and hopefully not get copyright strike.
I need you to sing a story back to life. We're related, you and I.
Okay, so yeah, judge that as you will, but this was pretty difficult to watch. So anyway, he's like, whoa, I can't believe it. You saved me. Why would you do that? Well, kind young man, I wanted to tell you a story of the first Witcher, you know? Oh man, Geralt isn't gonna like this. Yeah, well, there was a Witcher before, basically. Okay, neat. Let's go ahead and look at what's going on. So there's different clans here, all right? The story starts, you got Lark here, Raven clan. She just walks in, she's like, hey man, here you go, take this flower here. I'm gonna use this to play music because I am totally a bard, right? And then this young girl here, okay, here, let me give them drinks, let me top that off. This dude is a creep and he's like, oh hey girl, I know you're like 12, but yo, I like you. And she's like, oh, wait a minute. Let's throw a blade on this guy. And so then she does that, throws blade in his leg. Other guys try to fight her, but of course, she just takes them out. Hand-to-hand combat style, no problem. Like, she's just like, hey. Okay. That's what happens. Effortless. Just don't even break a sweat. Back to the music. Okay, so then they're showing this kingdom here, which is Dog Clan. All right, so here's this princess, and she's like, oh man, I almost died out here. This is this big battle going on, and this elf with the shaved head, and then I killed this dude. And then now I'm in my quarters. and so anyway, she's in her quarters. The elf guy or the wolf clan guy who's her protector walks in. She's like, oh, you saved me. Oh my goodness. And he's like, yeah, And then she's like, hey, you're pretty cute. I like you. He's like, I know, I like you too, but our love is forbidden, basically. Oh, come on. I'm supposed to be your protector, though. That's okay. Protect me anyway. And then she seduces him. They get caught, doing the nasty. And he's like, uh-oh, this is bad. So then his dad walks in here, like, they're riding off on their horses, and his dad's like, hey, son, you couldn't even control your wiener. How are you supposed to take over, as high chief? That ain't gonna happen, dude. So he's like, all right, Dad, just go ahead and kill me then, I guess. He's like, no, man, I'm just gonna do worse than that. I'm gonna banish you and you'll die a nobody. Oh, okay, Dad, sure. All right, so then Princess is in her quarters reading. Her brother walks in, which, by the way, this is a pet peeve of mine with elves, is when they give them these modern swoopy haircuts. Don't like it, not a fan. It looks very odd. He doesn't look like an elf at all. He just looks like somebody you'd run into at Walmart, at the milk aisle. I don't know. Anyway, so then she's like, whoa, brother, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good, sister. Here's a really awkward moment, though, between brother and sister. It could have been worse, but it was a little awkward. All right, so then there's this lady here. And so then we see this mage type guy. He's in like that alternate universe Wakanda area talking to this wisp. And he's like, ooh, suspense building. Then the Lark, she's like, oh, hey, little kid. These two have no on-screen chemistry whatsoever, but they're forming a bond. Oh, do you know who so-and-so is? Actually, yes, that was my mom. Okay, I'm a bard, by the way, if you didn't notice from me playing music here in the pub. Oh, neato. Wait, what's going on right now? So then all of a sudden she gets seized and thrown into jail, which, I don't know, she just took on a bunch of people hand-to-hand combat style effortlessly, but not this time. So now she's locked up in this place, and lo and behold, sure enough, oh, she sees Dog Clan guy, and she's like, oh man, we've got bad blood with one another. Uh-oh. So then they're just gonna have a little hand-to-hand sparring moment, right? And of course she wins, basically. And then he's like, hey, yo, I'm actually, I'm here in jail with you. We don't have to fight, man. And she's like, what did you do? Oh, well, I had relations with he said it a lot crasser than that. I had relations with the princess. Bull crap, she says. No, it actually happened. Which, the way he describes it is so crude as well. He just goes, I effed the princess. Which, by the way, I thought they were supposed to be in love or something. That's just not really how you would describe to somebody what happened when you're talking about somebody that, you were in love with, I would think, but alas. Okay, so anyway, they do their little hand-to-hand thing. He starts losing, but then they open up the gates. And so anyway, they're talking. The elf guy's here. Oh, okay, what's going on? Let's see what we're going to do for the kingdom. Ooh, this mage guy listening in. All right, let's see what's going on here. And fast forward a bit now, which this guy who, mind you, just gave up everything, lost everything because he hooked up with the princess, which seemingly they were in love, and that's why they did it. So he just lost everything because of her, because their love was so strong that he lost all of that. Mind you, it has been everything but less than 24 hours seemingly since that happened, and he's already at a brothel. Yeah. Oh, okay, give me one of your maidens, let's do this, because, I didn't just give it all up for a girl, everything, that my whole existence and tribe, and I just got ostracized because, I like this girl, but yeah, I forgot about her, and now I'm just gonna think about these brothel girls. Give me a brothel girl. And then he's like, wait, I'll pay. Wait, I can't. I don't have the necklace anymore. uh-oh, that Lark lady stole it. Lark lady walks up and there's her sister there holding her instrument. She's like, whoa, what's going on? Sister's like, hey, where's your sword, girl? No, I don't want to have a sword no more. I want to have this. I'm a bard now. I like to play music. She's like, girl, come back. Come back to the Raven Clan. We want you back. Well, don't you miss the Raven Clan? I miss you, sister. But, okay, just meet me out here. All right? She's like, oh, she's having a hard time because she doesn't want to go out there. So then the little girl again, she gets this vision. She's like, oh, here's your redemption arc. You're going to take down this person or whatever. This could be your redemption for your clan. Oh, okay. Neat. Here, take my flute. I'm going to go with my sister and we're going to go do this thing. And so then an archer shoots her sister and she's like, oh, heck. And then she's like, show yourself, cowards. So then like 4 guys pop out and, as she does with complete ease and no difficulties, takes them out hand-to-hand combat. The Dog Clan guy does kill one of them behind her. And she's like, oh no, my sister, she is no longer with us at this time. And then she's like, I don't trust you, Dog Clan guy. He's like, you stole my necklace, girl. Little argument back and forth, little bickering, haha. These two really lack a lot of on-screen chemistry, but it's what's going on. Okay, let's go ahead and cremate my sister real quick, and then we'll go on an adventure together. All right, deal. So then the princess is here. Oh, look at this. Here is a little neat astrology-looking thing. What's your sign, girl? Oh, I don't know. And so then they go through this ceremony thing that is happening. And all of a sudden, the sister, she holds her brother's hand and says, I love you, brother. And then he's like, okay. And so then they're going on with their ritual thing when all of a sudden, this PS2 graphic, where is it? This PS2 graphic beast right here. All right, there he is. This PS2 graphic beast just arises here. And he just zaps people. He's zapping all of the monarchs, right? Of the different clans and stuff. Sure enough, he zaps brother as well. She's like, oh, all right. All is going according to plan. Well, guess that makes me empress, right? Oh, yay, look. Here's my peoples. Look at this. I want to go to them. I want to talk to them. Mage guy here's like, wait a minute. I don't think so. You may be empress, but just remember who the real bosses here are. Oh, shoot. So here we have this quest with these two who are teamed up now. And she's eating this eyeball of this sea creature. Yummy, that's good. All of a sudden, they hear from the table over, this girl is like, whoa, did you hear about that happened with the Empress who killed everybody, all the monarchs, with her PS2 graphic beast pet? Whoa, no way. We just heard someone random that we have no idea who they are say this stuff. So she's like, oh, it must be true. Which, by the way, after her sister died too, she goes, I'm no longer the Lark. I am Ida or whatever her name was. It was something different. And so then this guard pops up. He takes this dude, one of the dudes at the table out right here, just, vicious. And he pulls up these wanted posters. And he's like, hey, we need Dog Clan guy and this Ida girl. I don't even think her name was Ida. I just can't remember what it was. We need them. So he uses her new name instead of Lark, which she had previously been known by all along. And she just tells the Dog Clan guy her new name. But for some reason, he knew what her new name was. So either that has been a prior alias that I am unaware of, or this guy's psychic. Okay, neat. So then they're arguing again because that's all they do. It's like Brave Little Toaster all over again. And so then they're like, whoa, okay, let's look what's going on. Okay, neat. So these two talk again by the campfire. What are we going to do? What's going on? Hey, I want to talk to Skion. Skion can help us through this. So then back to the Empress. And she's like, hey, you know what? Did what I had to do. Now I want to essentially colonize these places, you know? That's the angle they're going with. I want to bring them art. Let me colonize them. Girl with her's like, maybe you shouldn't. Okay, so then he's like, discussion. These two together again. Oh, don't fall into that trap, by the way. Haha. Wait, what are you talking about? A trap. I know where the traps are. I've seen it. Oh, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So then these random group comes and joins them and starts singing one of her bard songs. And it's like, okay, awkward. So they kept walking and she's like, look out for the trap there. And then he's like, oh, you mean this trap? I've seen them all. Are you crazy? I know where I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm doing. Then he falls into a trap. See, I told you, she says, because, you know, well, then she gets this blade to her neck and it's like, ooh, uh-oh. And so then that back to the Emperor guy at the Wakanda alternate dimension, and he's talking to this Wisp, and he's like, hey, Wisp, I need some sort of magic that only I can equip. You know, I need to use a God mode hack. I need your chaos magic. Uh-oh. The plot thickens. All right, so then this is the Scion lady. They're talking. Dog Clan guy, she don't like Dog Clan guy. And she's like, you know, oh, I don't know if I can trust you guys. So then he's cauterizing his wound here. She's like, here, you need to put this on it because you don't know what you're doing. And thank goodness you have me here to help you. And then he's like, hey, we just need to go without Scion Lady because she don't trust us anyway. And then Scion Lady shows up here, and then she's like, hey, the best thing that came out of this was that Dog Clan was wiped out because heck the Dog Clan. Am I right? He's like, whoa, I take personal offense to that. Then they start fighting in the most awkward choreographed fight scene. Scion Lady beats them both up, basically. Okay, here we go. Here we are. This face off. All right, I win. Looks like you guys are formidable. Let's go ahead and work together as a trio. You know, this crew of peeps. No real chemistry among them. So this is gonna be something to watch. Then it's over. Thank goodness. So that's what happened. For those who have not tortured yourselves through it, I don't even think my little rundown of what's going on is doing it justice of just how unbearable it was. At this point, I'm like, do I want to keep reviewing each episode? Do I want to keep watching this, or would I rather be waterboarded? I'm not sure of that answer yet. So overall, my impressions are the writing is absolutely abysmal. Most of the casting is just odd. There's no on-screen chemistry with the characters. There's no character to latch onto to really like all that much. It's extremely cringy dialogue. A lot of the issues that we saw with Rings of Power, we're seeing this, only I think it just might be worse. So there you have it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you want to see me review more of these episodes, or should I move on to something else? Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom. I wanna be, you can't